Today's video is going to be a little bit different to usual. That's because I'm not just recommending watches to you today. Instead, I'll be covering essential items that every serious watch collector needs to have. By the way, some of these are completely free and will undoubtedly increase your enjoyment of watch collecting. So if you want to make the most of this crazy obsession that we all have, then these tips will definitely help you go about achieving that. I will try and leave links for every product that I mention in this video down in the description. And while you're down there, you might as well subscribe and like the video, haven't you? Might as well. Okay, let's start off with the one that costs absolutely nothing. You may have seen reviewers and watchmakers use a time grapher in their videos. This allows you to check the accuracy and overall health of a mechanical watch movement. Now those cost around £100 on AliExpress, but you can actually check the accuracy of your watch for completely free. Visit the App Store on your mobile phone and download an app called Watch Accuracy Meter. This app is a super basic time grapher, and it costs absolutely nothing to use. You simply place your phone microphone against your watch's case bag, and the app will calculate the accuracy of your movement. It will give you both beat error and accuracy of the watch. This app can also be used to tune the accuracy of the watch using the adjustment levers. Basically, with a lot of patience and like a bit of careful prodding around, you will be able to get your watch running close to perfect time. Do bear in mind that this app does not display amplitude, which is one of the most important factors when it comes to the health of a movement. So it's only really best used on new movements to check accuracy and tune them if your heart desires. I believe that the secret to having an amazing watch collection is to have an even more amazing strap collection. I know that seems ridiculous, right? But once you do start to collect higher quality watch straps, you will start to enjoy the hobby much more. Now there's 3 different price tiers that I'd recommend you taking a look at. Firstly, the cheap stuff. You can find hundreds of affordable straps on AliExpress. It is a bit like the Wild West though, I must say. All of them have great photos and most of them have like really positive reviews, but then they turn up and they're just a bit crap. These 3 are my favorites that I've tried from AliExpress. This one has that sailcloth look, but it's made from silicone. It features genuine stitches though, and it's great quality. Perfect for dive watches and hotter months. If you want that classic watch strap look, then this is the one that I'd recommend. It features an oiled matte finish to the leather that will patina over time. You can tell that the leather is decent quality and it features quick release spring bars too. If you want that vintage look, then this is a great option. Again, it's an oiled leather but has a more glossy finish on this one. This one is super supple and fits straight out of the box. I'll leave links for these 3 straps in the description for you. If you want to spend a little bit more money and get something that's a little bit higher quality, then I'd recommend checking out Vario. You may have seen this grained leather with cream stitching in a few of my videos now, and it often gets a lot of compliments in the comment section. Vario has some great straps for the price. They are unquestionably a huge step above the AliExpress straps. The quality is more than worth the $40-ish that they cost. But if you want premium, then this next one is the best option that I found. I stumbled across an Instagram account called Sartorial Watch Straps. I messaged them looking to buy a strap, but very kindly he sent me some over for free because he liked my videos. These straps are handmade in Thailand, and each strap is made to order. For example, I asked for a shorter strap because I have a smaller wrist. These straps are head and shoulders the best quality that I've experienced, and I'm not just saying that because he sent them for free. You can tell that premium leathers are being used here, and obviously nothing beats being handmade by a skilled artisan. Prices for these start at just $70, and I was more than happy to pay that before he sent them over. I fully recommend these straps if you want something a bit more premium. Now once you do start to build up a little bit of a strap collection, you'll likely want somewhere to store them. You could just throw them in a little plastic box, but where's the fun in that? I'd recommend this strap storage case, and it even has zips and pouches to store bracelets and tools. You can find them for about £10 on AliExpress. I think that if you're getting into watches and you haven't yet bought yourself a little toolkit, then what are you playing at? These little toolkits from AliExpress will only set you back about £15. They contain a selection of tools that you'll likely use at some point in your collection journey. These tools are cheap and cheerful, so don't expect much in terms of quality, but for changing batteries and sizing bracelets, it's a great place to start. There are, however, a few extra tools that are good to have laying around that don't come inside of these toolkits. First, a pair of calipers. You'll find yourself using these all the time once you have them. I don't know why, you just do. You measure everything. Checking dimensions yourself rather than trusting the brand specs is always always the way to go. Most of them often say that their watches are thinner than they actually are. If you plan on changing batteries or just generally opening your watches up, then please make sure you get a puffer. Dust and hairs always manage to find its way into places that you don't want it. If you're a bit of a loom freak, then you need to get yourself a UV torch. This will instantly charge the loom to full brightness in just a few seconds. Perfect for taking a photo of your loom or showing your wife exactly how nerdy you are. Finally, if you ever want to test a crystal for its material type, get a diamond selector. These will tell you whether the crystal is indeed a piece of sapphire. I've yet to find a brand lying about this, but I do test every single watch that I get in just to make sure. I will catch someone eventually, I will. Now this next one is finally a watch. Well, kinda. I think that it's essential to have one specific type of watch in the collection. A type of watch that isn't defined by style but something else completely. Do you have a grab and go piece in your collection? Do you have a watch that you can just pick up, go with almost any outfit and go out and about? If the answer is yes, then let me know which watch down in the comments. If you don't have one, then I think you need one. I realised recently that the reason I love my vintage Tag Heuer 2000 so much is because it's the near perfect grab and go piece. It's quartz, so it's always on time. It's super comfortable at just 8mm in thickness. It goes with almost any attire because of the two-tone, and it's durable because of the 200-meter water resistance rating. I think the most essential part of this is the quartz movement. Having a watch that is always on time is essential. Now this could very easily be fulfilled by a cheap Casio, something like the AE1200, you know, the Casio Royale, but if you want something that's a bit more stylish, then check out something like this vintage Tag Heuer. Now this next one is something that I know watch collectors don't do enough. I fully recommend getting down to your local authorized dealers and trying out some watches. Getting hands-on with models you haven't tried before. You don't have to feel bad about not buying them then and there. The people working at your local store will be more than happy to let you try on some watches. Watching reviews and looking at photos only tells half the story. Obviously it's hard to get hands-on with micro brands, but for the big Japanese and Swiss brands, you don't really have an excuse. The more watches that you handle, the more experienced that you will become. You'll develop a taste from personal preference rather than just what others say about them. Now I'm assuming that everyone watching this video has some sort of watch box for their collection. You'll likely start off with something cheap like this. It does the job at the start, but I'd recommend upgrading sooner rather than later. And this upgrade doesn't have to be expensive either. I bought this £16 flight case from AliExpress and it's done me great, offering a huge level up in terms of protection. But boxes only go up from here. I've been mega happy with this one by Rothwell. It features a PU leather construction with velvet pillows. The construction is worlds better than the standard cheap ones you'll find for £10, but it's the gaps between the watches in the box that I like the most. It really does frame each watch nicely and allow you to appreciate them properly. I've got the version with the drawer under the watches. I actually have never used this drawer as I have storage for pretty much everything else already. If you are going to pick up this box specifically, I'd recommend picking up the one without the drawer because it'll save you a bit of money. You can find this Rothwell watch box on Amazon for around £80, and I think for the quality on offer here, it's a bit of a bargain. Now, if you're traveling with your watches wrapped in socks or underwear, then that's a big no-no. You need to sort that out immediately. You can't be spending hundreds, if not thousands, on watches and not have a good travel storage solution. Again, I have 3 different options for you at 3 different price points. The cheapest is a canvas watch roll. This gives you some slots to slide your watches inside, then some flaps to fold over to keep them safe. This is then wrapped up and ready to use. This doesn't really offer much in terms of protection, but it's compact, lightweight, and cheap. You can find these on Amazon and AliExpress for around £10. If you want to spend a bit more, then check out something like this by Rothwell. It offers a hard shell on the outside, and your watches are actually sat on pillows. Now these are a lot bigger than that watch roll and they hold less watches too, but they will absolutely offer more protection and a more premium experience. You can find these for about £30 on Amazon. But for those of you who only want the best, then I'd recommend checking out something like this. This is a leather watch roll by Straton. The quality of this is miles above the previous options. It's made with a high quality oiled leather instead of the fake leather or canvas like the cheaper options. So this thing looks great, but it also smells great too. It is much more expensive at $189, but if you have premium watches, then they deserve premium storage. If you haven't yet joined the watch community over on Instagram, then make sure you do. You can follow accounts that post daily affordable watches, accounts that post brand new releases as they drop, and just generally be a watch nerd. You can go down rabbit holes with hashtags and make some new watch friends that surprisingly live local. Send a DM to your favorite micro brand. They're usually more than happy to chat. I will leave my Instagram link below. Come and get involved. Come and say hello. If you enjoyed this video, drop it a like, rate, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Bye for now.